Hello! Thank you for viewing this video from the Academic Advising Center at West Georgia Technical College. You have chosen to enroll in a competitive selection program. What that means is that you must take specific competitive required classes and meet specific requirements in order to compete for the Clinical Lab Technology program, which has limited seats. The department takes around 11 students per competitive selection deadline, February 1st. Clinical Lab Tech is only offered at the Murphy campus. However, you can take your competitive required classes anywhere. Now, some of you may be saying, my major from admissions is not my program. You may see healthcare professional or healthcare management in addition to Clinical Lab Tech. Do not fear. You must have a core major in order to complete your competitive required classes before you enter the program. Everyone automatically goes into healthcare professional, but some people's financial aid works better with healthcare management. Generally, if you are Pell eligible, you will need to be in healthcare management. It is up to you to speak with financial aid and confirm which core major is better for you. To view your competitive selection program's requirements, please click on the link we sent in your email or go to www.westgatech.edu, then hover over Academics, click on Student Advising, then Competitive Selection Process. Click on Clinical Lab Tech. Now that you have pulled the competitive selection sheet up, you must read the entire sheet. I repeat, you must read the entire sheet, first page through last, every line. You will see the first section labeled Courses Required for Competitive Selection. These are the classes you must be finished with before that competitive selection deadline. This is where your competitive GPA comes from. You must have a minimum of a 3.0 GPA in these classes to be able to compete. The required GPA is listed near the end of the document. You want to aim for A's to make yourself more competitive. The 8 classes that are counted in your competitive GPA are English 1101, Math 1111 or Math 1101, Biology 2113 and 2113L, which you must take together. See the note all the way to the right? Biology 2114 and 2114L, again, you must take these together, and Chemistry 1211 and 1211L, or 1151 and 1151L, and again, these are co-requisites. You must pass all of these classes with a minimum of a C. If you make a D in either Biology 2113 or 2113L, you will not be able to move on to Biology 2114. You will have to retake the D. When registration comes, Banner will force you to register for both sections on your own, so please email us with the CRN of the portion you need to drop, either the lecture or the lab. Keep up with the dates of registration on the academic calendar. You will want to register as soon as possible, because your preferred classes may fill up if you delay. If the class you want is full, advising cannot override you into it. The biologies do have wait lists, which means if there is a spot on the wait list, then you can register yourself for it, but that does not guarantee you admission into the class. If a seat opens up and the people before you on the wait list have been moved over, then you will be automatically moved in. Again, advising cannot override this process. Your best bet is to register early, and then register for a different section that does have an open seat should one come up. If you are on the wait list for a lecture or a lab, you will be required to be on the wait list for both sections since you must take them the same semester. Please email us if you have any issues with the wait list. Please pay attention to the either-or requirements and to the prerequisites and notes. There are some classes you must take before others and some you must take together, like science lectures and labs. They are all listed out. The chemistries with lab have Math 1111 as a prerequisite. You can take these competitive required classes on any campus, and they can all be taken online except for the labs, but once you get into the Clinical Lab Tech program, you must attend the campus you compete for, Murphy. Then at the top of page 2, you'll see Courses Required for Graduation, which you must be done with before you graduate. Do pay attention to the note beside additional 3 hours from Area 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you pull up the competitive selection sheet on a device, you can click the link to see all the class options for your additional 3-hour requirement. You can only register for classes that are part of your current declared program major. Anything else is out of major and you'll have to pay for it out of pocket, so only register for the classes on the sheet we have been looking at. Use DegreeWorks from your BannerWeb wisely. DegreeWorks is a great resource to see what classes you've taken and when. However, for competitive selection programs, DegreeWorks is not always accurate. Sometimes it can list a whole list of extra classes that you are eligible to take under the Healthcare Management core major, but they are not required for the Clinical Lab Tech competitive selection. Other times, it lists all the programs together, so you need to follow the competitive selection sheet. Do not use DegreeWorks to determine what you still need. You can take just one class per semester or more than that, depending on what you are comfortable handling. You want to set yourself up for success, to be able to make the best grades possible, and to complete your required classes before the competitive selection deadline without having to retake classes. It can be difficult to maintain a full-time status, 12 credit hours, while working on prerequisite program courses, and that's okay. Do speak with financial aid to see how your aid will be affected if you take less than 12 credit hours. Next on the sheet, you'll see the deadline of February 1st for the Murphy campus to begin the summer semester. You must be done with all classes and all requirements for competitive selection before that deadline. The requirements you must meet are to be in good academic standing and regular status. Non-Georgia residents will be considered in the competitive selection process on a space available basis. Students who are reciprocity for residency purposes are included for consideration. You must have a minimum 3.0 competitive GPA, which is 100% of what the evaluator considers, 100% of the weight they put on your application. You may use the GPA calculator to calculate your competitive GPA. Please go to www.back2college.com/GPA. The 8 courses above must be passed with a C or higher, and science courses expire after 7 years. Then you'll see the Complete File Review Request Form Competitive Selection File Review link. This is what you will fill out when you are ready to compete. You will fill out and attach everything all at once, so wait until you have everything completed before filling it out. You must submit before the hard deadlines. You may compete for only one program per competitive selection deadline. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks from the deadline date to find out if you were accepted into the program. You will receive all communication from the evaluator via your student email, so be checking it daily, just in case there's other documentation he or she needs from you, and also to receive word of the process. If you are accepted into the program, the faculty will register you for your program classes. Please be checking your student email. For those that are not accepted, you have the option to work on improving upon the requirements to compete again, or you may choose to pursue another program. Now, the Clinical Lab Tech program is 5 semesters long, almost 2 full years, and is a full-time commitment. It ranges from 7 a.m. through 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday, with clinicals potentially Monday through Friday. Please take some time to map out your semesters on the at-a-glance sheet and email us if you would like a fresh copy. Please email us with your specific questions so that we may pull up your file and answer you. And good luck competing!